Hello everyone and welcome back to our Tall Sicily campaign. So, I am Ben the Bold and we are at war. In our last episode we decided to declare war, a no CB war on Massalia. We are going to try to take them as a feudatory since they are the one little bit of Hellenistic culture in Gaul. And hopefully, taking them as a feudatory, we can actually expand their influence in Gaul. However, first we have to win this war. It did turn out to be a little more difficult than we imagined. So we are trying to change our strategy. Instead of a more direct approach, we were able to actually piece this little ally of theirs out. They turned into a tributary. We are going to actually try to do the same thing here. They have a large army. They have 18 cohorts. Without these 18 cohorts, Massalia and their Egantian ally, however you want to pronounce it, pronunciations are the bane of my existence in this game. I am definitely no ancient or Latin linguistic scholar, that's for sure. Anyway, I think that once these 18 cohorts have been pieced out, we should be able to... Oh, unfortunately, didn't take any slaves there. Let's go ahead and march them in, see if we can get a quick victory in their capital. But as soon as these 18 cohorts are pieced out, we actually should probably be in a decent situation. I'm going to go ahead and move my navy in. It was helpful to have them blockade, but they take naval attrition way out here. So I want to save some money, so I actually don't want to buy any inventions quite yet. Looks like my feudatory spam, my vassal spam, is going to move some men in. So that is helpful. I can't forget that I'm not alone in this war. I actually have quite the alliance helping to take these lands. Let's see what Massalia is interested in piecing out for. They want a white peace. I'm definitely going to decline that offer. Ooh, and we got real lucky. We actually took this on a 7% siege tick. That is great. We just took a bunch of slaves as well. And again, moving those slaves into Sicily is a super important part of this campaign. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can sue for peace. Ooh, I could make them a client state. Basically, this would allow them to join wars for me. But it would also cost me a diplomatic slot. I did just get diplomatic slots up. Huh. Or I could just have them be a tributary. Let's see how much money they make per month. If they're a client state, I could have them kind of expand. Ooh, they're mostly Hellenic too, right? They are, okay. So why can't I just make them a feudatory? Oh, I can. Yeah, you're going to be a feudatory. There we go. Cool. That's wonderful. Maybe I'll have them continue to expand as well. Just continue to be super powerful, hopefully. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get these troops over. Now let's take a look at the number of men we're fighting. Yeah, now I think the odds... Well, the odds were never even. We had a huge advantage in both manpower and resources. Of course, I am trying to fight a relatively limited war, so I only brought a couple mercenaries up. That actually is unfortunate because now the mercenaries that were just hanging out on Sicily are no longer doing so. I might... If I pay to move a bunch of mercenaries like from here to Sicily and then disband them, do they stay in Sicily or do they march back to where they came from? Outside of naval range, yeah, that's fine. Ooh, I'll go ahead and trade away some of that wine. Let's just move these 16,000 troops straight into Massalia. should take that no problem. It's also going to take some slaves, which I am all for. And let's continue just to go up the coastline, at least as far as we can. I'm going to go ahead and just park my ship. I would love to take these guys as a tributary as well, although they would not give me a ton of income. So I might just try to take as many slaves as I can before piecing them out. Alright, well, check this out. I can get 205 gold and have my local tax increased. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. That seems to be pretty good, pretty beneficial. Oh, we actually just got in a fight we did not necessarily mean to be in. We do have a tactics advantage, we do have a morale advantage, and we do have the heavy infantry advantage. We are going to win this fight, and if we can win it before those 3,000 troops come in, I think we are in good shape to actually completely defeat their army. We did, and those 3,000 troops are movement locked, which means they're going to come fight us too. They actually have the tactics advantage now, but I don't think that will be enough to save them. Especially because we just got another military advancement. If someone knows, I assume that our military advancements apply to our mercenaries, although I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to see. If you know the answer to that question, please go ahead and just put it in the comments. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and just continue. We should easily win this fight. Yeah, no question there. As they fall and finish up. I don't necessarily think that they have an army. Maybe if they combined all of these armies, but including the Massalian army, that they would be able to stand up against us. But let's go ahead and just move our troops farther and farther into their homeland. At any point, I could peace out, I think, and just take Massalia as a feudatory. At this point, though, it's about getting more and more slaves. In fact, I think that these guys are now at war. No. I thought maybe they were at war with someone else. But, alas, it does not appear so. Oh, interesting, interesting, interesting. It looks like Rome is finally decided to fight up in the north against the Boii. The Boii are very strong. Let's see how many cohorts they have. 75. Of course, that really doesn't stand up to Rome, and they're just at war with the Boii. You would think that if we were ever going to make a play for Magna Graecia, now might be the time. I would have liked to have a little bit more in my war chest. Oh, but if we're ever going to do it, now might just be the time. Really, we could start ticking up war score if we just take these these settlements down here. If we're ever going to do it, now is the time. That's the way I see it. I'm going to go ahead and sue for peace with the Massalians. They're going to become a feudatory. I'm going to go ahead and... I wish I didn't have 29,000 men just hanging out here. That would be huge if they were in the right spot. You're going to go there. The Boii look to have made some advancements. Now is the time. Let's go ahead and take definitely the discipline and anything else. Experience decay is going to be helpful, but not yet. We're specifically looking at what will be helpful in a war against Rome. Economy 16 ducats per month. We look to be fairly strong. I'm going to not I'm going to go ahead and hire these cohorts as well. I'm going to move this army here. Now I'm going to move both of these and move them down south. They're going to go to that tributary. Yeah, I think if I'm ever going to declare war against Rome, now has to be the time. I have the advantage in the south with all of their troops up fighting in the north. Hopefully the Boii can hold off. They have 100 cohorts. They're not going to want to peace out. Rome may actually just try to peace out with what they have if they are attacked from the south. If they transition all of their cohorts down there, I don't know if we'd be able to stop them. But if we ever are going to, now has to be the time, right? Oh dear. No, they just declared peace. Oh, we were this... Oh, no, we were this close. I was willing to do it. I don't necessarily know if I am anymore. No. Alright, we continue with our current plan then. Except you are now going to Sicily. It was admirable, but... in the end, it'd be foolhardy to just face the might of Rome alone. We need to look for potential allies. Especially allies up here in the north. If we could attack them from 2 different directions, that is what we need. Of course, the fact that we are just local powers. Let's see about the Boii now. They just don't want to. What about you up here? They just don't want to. Oh well. We'll continue to just expand our feudatories, especially if we can expand some feudatories up here in the north. Specifically, I'm looking at you right here. I know we have a truce here. We have a truce for a while, I believe. They have a truce against us until 571. But I'm thinking if we can use the Massalians as kind of our... well, as I force in the north and expand them, they will give us more manpower, but they will also increase their army size, because currently it's pretty small. They have seven cohorts, but only about 6,000 manpower in the bank. We'll have a rebellion relatively soon. That's only going to hurt if I were to declare a no-CB war. So I'm actually just going to hold on to these mercenaries, use them in any rebellion that comes our way. Our economy is still kind of humming along, so I'm not super worried about getting disbanding the mercenaries. We just got an event for better popularity plus 100 gold. I will take it every day. Romans want to trade grain. I don't want that. If anything, I want the Romans to stay weak. I think I'm going to go ahead and build this slave estate. Increase our local slave output by 40%. That's amazing. Let's also look at Syracuse. See if we can build another building here. We sure can, and I think it needs to be an aqueduct. Or actually, have we not founded a metropolis in Syracuse yet? Well, this is my fault. This is my bad. I assumed this was a metropolis a long time ago, but let's go ahead and get a metropolis in Syracuse. That's going to help us out quite a bit, and we actually might think about where we can build other metropolises. Of course, that will mean we need some more gold. I'm going to go ahead, speaking of more gold, get the national tax rate up by 29%, which is Very good. And here I am going to build... Let's see. Let's do another academy. You know how much I like academies. I'm actually 100% okay. I think it's finally time for me to just deal with the Sardinians once and for all. They're kind of a annoying little... Ooh, but also Messapahi will join as well. Oh well. I'm going to just come over here, increase my relations with you. What culture are you? You are mostly... Okay, so... I'm going to... This is actually good. I would like the Messapahians to rebel. As well as, honestly, the Sicilians. I'm ready to just be done with them. Of course, it will... Let's... I'm going to put you in charge. Legitimacy up a little bit per month. I'm okay with if the Messapahians rebel because I am going to feed them to these two little states, make my tributaries a little bit stronger, or my feudataries a little bit stronger here. Of course, that is going to weaken my economy somewhat because the Messapahians give me a ton of money per month. 2.4. Yeah, I would be in a little bit more dire straits if I did not have all these tributes. But alas, this is kind of the natural ebb and flow of how I'm playing this game. My tributes, I will take them, they'll pay me, then they will lose some loyalty, and then I'll feed them to some feudataries, and I will continue to expand the feudataries because they will convert culture, which my loyal culture pops don't seem to want to rebel. Got a death of our magistrate. I think I could go ahead and get experience decay, especially since you are no longer drilling. Let's go ahead and drill you. Of course, that does hurt my gold per month. Of course, this helps my gold per month. I'll give away some wine. We need a new admiral. You look to be great. You look to be good too. I don't like your low loyalty. I like your high loyalty. You are my new admiral. A 10 martial admiral is going to be very helpful for this campaign, just because so much of my strength relies on me maintaining naval dominance. I'm suddenly not too upset that I have 29 cohorts there. I'm going to go ahead and just, because I'm anticipating the Messapahians revolting, move this mercenary army, these 26,000. I'll lose some money. Move them here. How many men do the Messapahians have? Only 19 cohorts. I still want to hold off on my inventions. I'm kind of regretting going for the... Well, no, I needed the money. I was going to say I kind of regret going for the Omen Power for national tax rate. But national tax rate up by 30% is huge. It is giving me money, and I need the money at this point pretty badly. Build up that war chest. Going ahead and getting ready for a war that honestly has been coming for a long time, although they no longer seem willing to do it. Well, that's okay. Let's keep a close eye on the Romans, see if they go to war with anyone else, because if they do, we want to be ready to attack. Who I have disloyal subjects. Who are you? Oh, of course you're disloyal. That's okay. Let's go ahead and just improve our opinion somewhat. Are you still allied with Macedon? You are. That's unfortunate. I'm friends with a tribal chief. That's good. Do you know what could be an interesting avenue for expansion? Going in and fighting in Macedon. They only have 69 cohorts. Although they do have... No, they're receiving tribute from these countries. So I actually could attack them. It would be a difficult, hard-fought battle, but I think we could win it. Of course, I have to think, like, what's the point of me winning it? I would just break them up, create a bunch of, smaller states, release a bunch of nations, just make them weaker, and then I would come in maybe later and take them all. That's something that I will, I guess, have to do at some point, but maybe not right now. Although, it would be helpful to keep any one power from getting too strong, so a war with Macedon may not be the worst thing. Although I do still think that a war with Rome is probably what's next on our horizons. 82 cohorts, just an insane amount of manpower, but not a lot of money at the moment. We have better tech. You wouldn't even join? You're some of my most loyal allies. Why are you disloyal? They have a high... That's just weird. Okay, so interesting. We have a very high stability. So it may just be time for us to declare war here, maybe? Try to expand Massalia to some degree. Speaking of Massalia, I'm going to go ahead and just improve their opinion of us. If I were to declare war here, would the Massalians join? Yes, they would. That's the important part. They would join. The Sylvanians would join. Who else? Oh, and you're in that kind of larger defensive league. Alright, so that might be a little much, at least at the moment. What about you? You only give tribute to Sylvandium. This one actually might be something. It's a migratory tribe. Migratory tribes can be a pain. But their tributes do, gosh, the Salivantians are quite large. Wait, what if I just declared war on the Salivantians? Yeah, so if I just declared war on the Salivantians, would you all join? They would. So would Massalia. Okay, so that would give me, right away, 17 cohorts there, 5 cohorts there. I would move my mercenaries, and they would move in very quickly as well. Plus, I could hire more mercs. For instance, there's another 21,000 men right here. I think this is what I want to do. I think I want to declare war on the Salavantians. So, let's go ahead. Although, if I... Can they rebel in a time of war? I don't think they can. Because if I declare no CB war, then you know what's going to happen. I'm going to lose some stability. And losing that stability is going to mean that some of my less loyal subjects are going to be more willing to rebel. Let's go ahead and get some more pop conversion speed. Let's also... Ooh, now I want to go ahead and save some money. Because any war will be quite costly. Quite costly indeed. So yeah, so we are definitely, I think, going to do this. I mean, we'll see. We were going to declare war against Rome just a minute ago, and then that didn't end up happening. But let's go ahead and put you in here. You're also going to come through and pick up this army. I'll become friends. That's good. The low cry, I definitely want you all to be a little bit happier with us. Can we keep improving opinion? Go ahead and just improve opinion. I don't understand why they are not. Haven't we been good to them? The Locri? Haven't we kept them alive? Don't they know that Rome wants to eat them as fast as possible, but it is just because of us that Rome hasn't? I'll tell you what, they're ungrateful. That's for sure. Pretty much the second my troops land here, I'm going to go ahead and declare that war. It might be a super dumb idea. It might be very costly. Although, in the end, what's the worst that can happen? I'll maybe lose a feudatory. But I will hopefully take a bunch of slaves. This is unfortunate. We are actually going to get into a quick naval fight. It's okay. Oh, and in fact, we gained some ships out of it, so... Oh well. I definitely want to keep my treasury ticking up. I don't want to buy any inventions quite yet. Can I get any imports, though? Nope. Not really trying that hard for it, but... They're going to start taking attrition almost immediately. I would have preferred... Let's see where their forts are here. Do they even have any? Like, where's their capital? Can't say it. I can't tell. Alright, so they have some forts way over here. But it looks like so much of their land is just undefended. Of course, we take a lot of attrition on the water over here. In fact, is that what this does? Naval attrition down? Is that naval attrition for ships in boats or naval attrition for my boats? Either way, I don't really want to spend the money at the moment. Let's just keep doing this. I think I am actually going to go ahead and land them here. They're going to take even more attrition sitting in road because, I mean, there's just going to be a ton of troops in road. But, and then, I think that's better than trying to naval invade them. Let's go ahead and lose some popularity to get some unrest down. That sounds fine. Yeah, now they're going to take a lot of attrition here. But I'm going to go ahead and declare this war. So again, it's a no CB war. I would have all of my feudatories join except for the Locri. That's unfortunate. They're disloyal. I just don't understand. What more do you want from me? I have done everything for you, you Locri. Oh well. I think this war is going to happen. It's going to give us 2 war exhaustion. That's okay. It's going to hurt our stability by quite a bit and give us 5 aggressive expansion, but 5 aggressive expansion is not anything to worry about at the moment. Let's go ahead and declare this no CB war. Another no CB war. Yep, and so right away we have some disloyal pops ready to rebel. That's okay, we have 41 months to kind of try to tie up this war before jumping into a war against kind of ourselves. Let's go ahead and move both of these armies up here. This army from Rhode is, from the Emporians, is going to start to recover some of its morale. And this navy is going to just continue to heal. I'm going to pop the navy out every now and again, use it as eyes, I think. But for now, it's just going to be about pushing these 2 armies, which shouldn't be... I don't think they will... As long as they stay together, they should be fine. I don't think the Seluvanians have anything that will really stand in our way. And we're just going to try to take a bunch of slaves as fast as we can. I also might hire some more mercenaries. We'll see. We'll see how the treasury is doing. We'll see how the war goal is going. Well, I guess I don't really have a war goal because I didn't declare a SCB. Either way, we are just ravaging their population at the moment, so that's okay. They might be trying to push in towards Massalia, and indeed they've actually already taken Massalia. That's not necessarily something that I did not expect to happen, so worst case scenario, I'll lose Massalia and Emporion. That rebellion still seems like it's going to happen. Although, I think I'm going to have a pretty positive war score out of this. I'm going to keep these armies together. I definitely don't want them to... So I'm going to try to just siege down most of this land first. We do have 10 war score, which means we could go ahead and try to peace out. I'm actually going to go ahead and transfer some of this. Transfer occupation to the Emporians. The Emporians hopefully will be end up being very happy that we have taken them as a feudatory. Because we are going to help the Imperians become great. Of course, their greatness will all be because of and for the Great Sicily, not empire per se, but very, I don't know, they're kind of like... I don't know, they're kind of like Atlantis. They're this island in the middle of the Mediterranean that is very, very technologically advanced and very, very strong. Let's hope that eventually the Emporian armies will come and join us. We definitely need them. We're going to take a couple more slaves. And we're actually just going to keep pushing farther and farther to the north. We're going to try to drag their armies towards us instead of towards the Imperians. Now, if you look, they are actually coming in with a lot of men. We also have that rebellion on our hands. Let's go ahead and see. They would not... Oh, well, geez Louise. They would not accept this deal. Yeah, so the war's just too new. They're going to try to take back some of this land. I might... Oh, unfortunately, I can't hire these mercenaries because they're outside of my diplomatic range. Okay, that's annoying. That's a little problematic. Either way, let's just keep taking more slaves. And I'm actually going to go ahead and start moving these armies in to try to defend our Emporian allies. They are vastly outnumbered. But they should have a better quality of troop, so we'll see what happens. We are going to lose more men than them to start with. However, let's go ahead and cheese the system a little bit. We can see that they have the skirmishing tactic. We are going to come in with something strong against skirmishing. How about deception? Question is, will we be able to win before they are reinforced? I think so. I think so. This would be a huge victory if we can get it. Their army's starting to crumble. They do have that heavy cavalry, which is annoying. Yes, 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 yes. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Heavy cavalry needs to go. And they do indeed fall. We have won a major victory here. They are going to move in a couple extra cohorts. We're going to mop them up very easily. And let us continue and retake some of the land that we had once captured. Yeah, that 1,000 men is done. I'm going to go ahead and just help out my allies here. In fact, they may not even need my help. They are also pretty technologically advanced. Yeah, they don't need us, but we are still going to come in and help out anyway. Didn't lose a single man there. Go ahead and move that cohort there, those cohorts here. And we have pushed back their armies and are going to go ahead and start to reinforce. The Emporians are also going to be moving in. That victory here in Carcasso was hugely important. Speaking of hugely important, I think I'm just going to have to go ahead. No, I'm not going to. I feel bad that I'm not helping out my allies, but let's go ahead and transfer occupation of these territories to the allies. And let's see if we can sue for peace. They are still unwilling to do it, but we're getting closer. We're getting closer. I am going to go ahead and move these soldiers in. Says we'll win that fight. I'm inclined to believe them. Come on, get there, get there, get there. No, unfortunately, we don't get there in time. We're going to go ahead and move these soldiers in. We're losing a lot more men than they are, but our men are of better quality and are not their morale is not breaking. We're going to move that second army in. And even vastly outnumbered, we are going to get the victory. Excellent work. Let's pop this navy out, use it as eyes for a second. And just keep transferring occupation to Imperium. It's a little annoying that they have just a little 1,000 stack coming up here. In fact, taking all that land could be useful. Let's check out the peace situation. We're getting closer. They still wouldn't even take a white piece yet. I think I'm going to go ahead and just take this army up here and continue to try to just retake, or continue to just take some of this land, try to take some slaves. Looks like our feudatories are actually are coming to join the fight, which is good. 26 war score now. Alright, so they would accept a white piece now, but of course white piece is not what we're after. We are going to destroy their little one-stack army roaming around, unsieging some of the land, so that's wonderful. Hopefully now, maybe our feudatories will come to our aid. I'll tell you what, we really need to just sit somewhere and let these two mercenary stacks reinforce, don't we? Let's move you back here. Have you start reinforcing. Let's move you back there, have you start reinforcing as well. Because they are coming in with new stacks renewed of almost 30,000 troops. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to stay with the our Emporian allies here. We do have 30 war score. Well, I don't want to do all that. Honestly, this right here is about what I want. All I'm asking for. So we just need 14 more reasons for peace. Hopefully that may come in the form of 1 or 2 more great victories. Let's go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and get with you since you're very loyal. We have kind of a 24-month expiration date here. Okay, did you already die? Pick you. Yeah, good job. Still looking good on money. I wish I could hire some mercenaries, but they are outside of my diplomatic range. I'll tell you what is scaring me. This stack right here. But if they are willing to go north, I would be willing to come south. I would like to play whack-a-mole with their armies and try to stay away from that those 30,000 men led by just kind of a great emperor, or a great general. Looks like they are going to kind of let me do that because they're chasing 900 men up in the north. So he might be great on the battlefield, but strategically he may not be the greatest strategic thinker. Oh, buddy, though, they are going to pour their men into this fight. It is going to be a bloodbath, and I don't think we are going to come out on top. Yeah, they do get their reinforcements in. You are hopefully marching to my aid, but I don't think you're going to get there in time. And even if you did, I just don't know if it would help. We're losing so many... Oh, look at that. We have just over 1,000 men left. Alright, you are going to be forced to pull off and retreat. And unfortunately, it might be time to think about what we can get in this war. I'm going to go ahead and pull off my navy. You are going to come... I don't really want to spend a ton of more mercenaries on this fight. It would all have been okay if I could hire... Oh! I can! Why? Look at you, you're a 14 Marshal General. Let's do it. Can I hire you? Still can't hire you, but now I can hire you. I guess my diplomatic range was extended? Alright. I'll take it. I'm kind of going up the coastline, just kind of looking for mercenaries. Let's see, anyone else that I can get? Maybe some Carthaginian mercenaries? Ooh, you look good. Where are you? No, I don't want to hire you yet. Any mercenaries down here, I kind of want to just leave them down here. Ooh, I would be okay going down to Carthage and getting some. Although they cost 15 gold per month. You, though, only cost 7 gold per month. And you have 4,000 elephants. That's kind of great. So, yeah, unfortunately, you're just so far away. Alright, let's go ahead and head down towards Carthage, because I might need to pull some mercenaries from Carthage. Either way, unfortunately, that is all the time I have for today. I've been going for about 50 minutes. But we have gotten ourselves into a war that may or may not be winnable. Of course, really, the real victory kind of came as us having the chance to take a bunch of slaves. And in fact, in the next episode, we might try to readjust our efforts. And instead of focusing on the Salivantian, just kind of all these undefended lands, just start trying to take some of their forts, especially if we could piece out the Decidians. I'm going to pretend that that was an accurate way to say that name. Because if we could piece them out, then that could get rid of 31 cohorts in this war. So we might start to try to readjust our focus more towards Massalia. We will have to see. The Emporia, Massalia, these two feudatories may not be long for this world. Of course, the real victory is we have pushed more and more pops to Sicily. Let's actually just take a look at where we are pop-wise in the world. So we are definitely not, going to compete with the Massalia or with the Marians or the Egyptians or some of these like large empires, but surely we're not too far down here. Okay, so we are. We have almost 700 pops, 668. We just need to keep pushing more slaves towards Sicily. Anyway, considering we only have 2 provinces under our control, and that's it, that is all we have, I think we are doing pretty good to be as high up on the list as we are. Anyway, I've been Ben the Bold, you have been you. We'll have to worry about this rebellion in the next episode, but I look forward to it. I hope you do as well. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to see it, and hit that like button if you enjoyed what you saw today. And I will see you on the next one.